Thanks for joining me for this first week of March. I just got an update of my garden, what I've been doing. Uh, it was so nice actually that I got to bring some stuff outside, and this will help it in the future. Getting fresh wind it helps strengthen the stems, and started transplanting some peppers. I actually transplanted a bunch of stuff, so these are just bell peppers that I had started probably a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. So I got bell peppers started here. I also got a bunch of herbs. You'll see me start those here in a second. Yep, here's some thyme. So I had two different types of thyme. I think I only included one transplant, one video of, or one type I transplanted in here. So I got some transplants going in. That's the thyme there. We got oregano. I think just one type of oregano. But this was doing great. It, had to be careful pulling that out so not to rip all the leaves off of there. So I planted some oregano, or not planted, transplanted a bunch of oregano. So here's a few more. And then we got to some basil. We love having basil around during the summer. I'm probably gonna try and plant some more basil. We have a few started. I might just start them outside once it gets warm enough. But this is a good start, and hopefully I can start using some a little earlier before I actually plant them outside. And then I had some spinach I transplanted. I'll need to plant some more. Kind of ripped one of the roots out of one of them. And I'll probably just start more outside when I start a bunch of lettuce. So there's some of that spinach. Here's sage. Those last few were some sage herbs. So I'm just gonna water all these herbs and get them ready to go. Hopefully they take root in their new soil now. And let's get into some Brussels sprout planting. So it's been so warm out, and I've been looking at the forecasts, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna get too cold. If it does, I might have to cover these. However, it's pretty early to plant these. I do have a few more Brussels sprouts inside, just in case it gets too cold and these don't survive or anything. I'll have some backups, but it's been so warm, and the forecast looks warm enough. I'm gonna try to plant these. So I got 6 Brussels sprouts I'm planting outside. I actually have 4 bigger ones planted in pots, like bigger pots. And I have those out in my garden right now. But if it does get too cold, I can easily bring those inside. So that's kind of my plan there. And then I have 4 more inside my grow tent inside still. So I'll just be getting these planted out. They're doing good so far. There's a good rain yesterday, and they're still growing. I think there's a couple days where it will get under freezing, but not like super cold. So I think they should be fine. I might cover them. There's one day that it might get down to like 23, which is in about 10 days, I think it said. So I'll definitely probably cover them, then bring the other 4 inside. But yeah. So I got all those Brussels sprouts planted here, and now we got some potatoes. Also quite early to plant these, but these were from last year. So I grew these same potatoes last year, kept the seeds, and tried to keep them cold enough so they wouldn't start trying to grow. However, these are just growing out of the bag, and I said, I need to plant these. So I dug down super deep. However, this one is sticking out, but most of the other ones, they're the plant is not sticking out of the ground, because I dug pretty deep, and hopefully that will keep them from not growing too much until it gets to April time frame. That way they can, I guess I can just get them planted a little early. They can start developing their roots down deep. You can see here how deep I planted them. And yeah, see, most of the plant is covered. I haven't seen any more plants coming up yet. I was hoping the colder ground would keep them from, growing too much. I also put a couple fences around, so I have 2 apple trees and 2 cherry trees. I put up a couple, I had some extra like chicken wire from my fence, so I put those up around these trees. I only had enough for 1 apple and 1 cherry tree. However, I mean, it should be okay. I'm gonna try to, I know lavender can help deter deers. That's the main problem. I had deers eating leaves, eating buds, everything off of my apple trees. They ate a bunch of cherries last year, so I'm trying to protect against that. I know there's like deer repellents I could use. I'm trying to avoid that. So we'll see if this helps. I also need to get some stakes to hold these down a little more. I did get them put in the ground a little bit, as you can see in the video. However, um, I would like to get some stakes because I don't want the deer just pushing this over. Um, then I also had a few more transplants. This was a few days later. We had some broccoli that we put in here. Just had 3. I think I'm going to need to start a few more. I started these a while ago. I think it was just a little too cold in my grow tent because I have it out in the garage, so I don't think they started so well. And here we got some, I think these are the like baby tomatoes. I think they're called jelly bean tomatoes, yeah. So I got getting those started here. It's about March 5th when I planted these ones, or maybe the 6th or 7th. I don't quite remember. So getting those started. I also have some San Marzano tomatoes. Yep, so there's the jelly bean. I got San Marzano ones that I'm getting started here. They're kind of like Roma tomatoes, but they're really good for like tomato soup. So I'm super excited for these ones. I also have Roma tomatoes that I'm going to be using for like salsa and stuff. But I'm excited for these ones. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe for more updates. I'll be trying to do one once a week, just giving you updates on how the garden's doing. Thanks for watching.